is Veda, and I have been a patient here at the IAT clinic for just about 27 years. When I first was diagnosed at the age of 16, I had surgery, and then a year later it came back as cervical, and I had surgery as well. They had a hysterectomy, and then after that it was a total hysterectomy. So for a couple of years I was okay, and then it came back to the bone. It spread to my bone, and I was told at that time by UCLA that I had probably about 6 months to live. And that's quite of a shock, you know, when you're expecting to have a long life and they tell you 6 months and that you should go home and prepare things, you know, all your papers and things like that to say goodbye. Well, I was working for a talent agent in Hollywood at the time, and knowing this news, I was crying in the office, and a man came up to me who was the owner of the agency, and he said, "What's wrong with you?" And I told him what had happened, and he stuck his hand in his back pocket, and he said, "Here, I have a ticket that goes to Freeport. There's a doctor in the Bahamas you have to meet." And he said, "You know, the plane leaves at 7 o'clock tonight. Let's get on it." So he bought a ticket, and he flew out here with me. He called Dr. Burton on the way down, and Dr. Burton met us at the airport that next morning. He then took me to the IAT clinic and pulled my blood. And when he came out, he said, "Well, so what's your prognosis?" And at UCLA, they had told me 6 months, and that I should prepare everything to go home and die, basically. And that they were also going to be amputating my right leg, because that's where it was spreading. It was in the femur bone of my leg. And I was just very distraught about it. And Dr. Burton said to me, "Give me those 6 months that they said that you have. Don't leave here for 6 months. And I guarantee you that you'll have both legs and that you'll be feeling a lot better." So I had all of my clothing and everything shipped in, and I stayed with him for 6 months. He kind of took me in under his wing. You know, I went to dinner with him every night. He said, "Make her eat the steak, and if she eats that, she can have anything else she wants." Because he said, "I never lose a fat one." That's what he said. But now I'm sitting here, and it's probably almost 27 years later. I still take the treatment every day, and I feel terrific. I mean, I've got a full life. I just got married. I fell in love and got married last year to a wonderful man. And, you know, if I can do anything to bring this knowledge to other cancer patients, that there is another way, I would like to do that. You know, that's my dream. And I would love to bring them here. This has been a healing island for me. It's not only been such a healing island, but it's a very spiritual place as well. But you'll find many different types of people, different cancers that they come here, and there's hope. There's hope that you wouldn't normally have in the States. You know, no chemotherapy, no radiation. It's all done by immunoaugmentive therapy. They find out what your own body's lacking, and then they replace that, and you, by injection, you give to yourself. Many people live 8 to 20 years longer. I mean, I'm just one of those that have one story that's been here 20-some years. I have many more stories of people that have been here much longer than that. And with all types of different cancers, from breast cancer, prostate cancer, colon cancer. They have an outrageous amount of success with that. So this is not something that you would find in the States. This is something that the AMA and the FDA do not approve. But I have a full life. You know, I have a wonderful life now, and, you know, I owe it all to the IAT clinic.